Yes. What's up, y'all? Prince Sports here, man. Y'all know the Olympics around the corner, right? That's all I gotta say. The Olympics is around the corner. And Olympics is one of my favorite sports. But before I even get into the Olympics, I want to talk Team USA. I want to talk about them going for the gold. I want to talk about them doing all that good shit. Right? I want to talk about this. Y'all saw yesterday. I was in the Valley in California yesterday. Right? Shopping, doing my little 9 to 5, hanging out in Walmart, right? I love shopping at Walmart. At my age, I like shopping at Walmart. It's the very American thing to do. God bless this country for having a Walmart in the store. But anyway, I'm in Walmart and I look at my phone. My phone says attempted hit on Donald Trump. Somebody tried to push Donald Trump wig back. And you know what? I'm glad that it wasn't a brother that attempted to do that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not involved in politics like that. Okay. I don't have no hatred for Donald Trump. He didn't do nothing to me. He didn't do nothing to my family. He didn't disrespect me. He didn't put his hands on me. He didn't do shit. Right? But at the same time, if that was a brother that did that attempted hit on Donald Trump, this have been different. This have been a different outlook because America sees things in black and white. And just imagine, take a guess, just imagine if that was a brother. All of Donald Trump supporters who has a stigma or a reputation for being hateful against different colored skin people, right? Imagine, let this sink in. Imagine if that was a brother. You have innocent black people in the streets getting attacked for no reason. You have black people getting harassed, beat up in all these red states, right? Because most black people are blue. They in the Democrat section, right? And most people in the red that support that guy will have a problem with a brother trying to put a hit out on Donald Trump. That'd have been crazy. But Trump survived. He's a warrior. Tuck that little nip right here. And he was inches away from that bullet hitting his brain. But in true American fashion, I don't know if we're stupid or dumb. This guy gets hit by a bullet or ricocheted, clipped by a bullet, and he's like this, screaming and proud that you got hit. Dog, ain't nothing honorable in getting shot. There's nothing prideful in getting shot. There's nothing cool about getting shot. Okay? Forget all the movies. Nobody wants to be shot. Take it from experience. You don't want to get shot. Right? You do not want to feel that pain that comes along with getting shot. Yes, America is in turmoil. And won't y'all leave Bronny James alone? Nobody cares about that guy, man. He's a role player. Just because he's a son of LeBron James don't mean we're going to be talking about him all day. He's a scrub. Why y'all wasting time talking about Bronny James for, man? Y'all ain't got nothing else to talk about than Bronny James? Who cares? He ain't going to be nothing worth talking about. If the guy averaging 5 points a game, I'm not making no video on a guy averaging 5 points a game. He better drop 20-something. If he can't do that, then yeah. What high expectations? He was drafted in the second round at number 55 in one of the lowest draft classes of all time. There's nothing high expectations on him. If he was that high, he'd have been a number 1 draft pick. Nobody's suspecting Bronny James to be great. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Y'all need to stop spreading these false lies. That's crazy. Nobody got no high expectations of Bronny James. What the hell y'all talking about? Y'all just saying that because he's the son of LeBron James. High expectations. On what? He never had a high expectations. If that was the case, he would have been number 1, 2, or 3 draft. Why did he drop down to 55 if he was so-called high expectations? He wasn't even considered the best draft player in the draft. Man, leave that boy alone. He's not worth talking about. You guys, I mean, like, think sometimes people go a little overboard with the LeBron James talk. And that actually brings me to something. I notice a lot of YouTubers think they like these scholars and they geniuses. They know everything about basketball. Newsflash for all you broke geniuses out there. All you guys that claim that you invented the game of basketball, but it came out before you was even born. You are a casual. Okay? You don't know any more basketball than the next person in his basement. All right? Even a hardcore basketball fan is a casual at some point. If you do not work in sports, if you do not work in pro sports, if you do not have no career in pro sports whatsoever, you are damn near a casual by default. If you pay for tickets to watch sport games, if you sit in the house and watch sport games, you, sir, are a casual. Man, it was like 15-1. Holy shit. You damn Canadians. You're trying to beat on my team, USA? Let's see what the score is. But it's not the real thing yet because the Olympics don't start until July 26th, and I can't wait. I love the Olympics. The Olympics is like one of my favorite events. A lot of people don't realize that, but I absolutely love and adore the Olympics. I am a spectator. I love everything about it. And yes, I am a fan and a supporter of the Olympics. I am not Mr. I know everything about the Olympics. I did not make the Olympics. It is not my product. I'm not going to sit here and sell you a bag of goods like a con artist. Oh shit. Ain't they supposed to be? These are exhibition games, correct? These are exhibition games. Let me see something from that because I probably don't even got some of these games on. I'm pretty far from Sacktown. You know, I'm pretty far from Sacktown. But all of you people that love and adore sports, don't let these idiots come on here and act like they Mr. Know-It-All. They don't know jack shit of what they talking about. These niggas trying to sell you a bad bag of goods. Just because somebody disagrees with what you say, do not make them right when it's all subjective in the first place. All right? So let that be a little food for thought. You got some people out here trying to sit there and act like they know LeBron James personally. Like they know what LeBron James is danking. Like they know what LeBron James said. So you know LeBron James better than LeBron James knows LeBron James. Make that make sense. I'd rather believe what LeBron says about himself compared to what you saying about LeBron James. Some people sit there and say, yo, why LeBron James ain't considered a scorer? It's because he don't even consider himself a fucking scorer for most of his career. There's facts on this. There's video on this. Duh. And if you're coming to California on the hip hop tip, Kendrick Lamar is not like us. Graffiti painting is on a famous burger house in Compton. So you could go down there and check it out. He got California on lock. Those people out in Cali love him. Got the whole Compton screaming, "They not like us." I can't stand that song, by the way. I understand a lot of things Kendrick Lamar does is commercialized, it gets attention, but I absolutely cannot stand that song. I think that song is trash. But it's all subjective. If you like it, I'm not gonna sit here and call you crazy. I just can't get with that song, man. And I like Kendrick Lamar. I just don't like that song. The beat is annoying. I don't like the lyrics. I don't like nothing about that song. I'm sorry. Sue me. I think the Mavs will finish probably conference round. I don't think the Mavs going to the finals next year, though. They're going to be good, but they're not going to the finals. You know, Luka is, yeah, he could be that one of those dudes that's on the way, but he already got a zero, a L. Well, he got an L on his finals record. Luka is 0-1 in the NBA finals now. So that's always going to be on his resume. It is what it is. You got one finals loss. Don't make it a continuous thing if you're Luka Don. But Steph Curry needs some help because he's also on Team USA. If Steph Curry gets a 5th championship, he'd be ranked above LeBron James. Yeah, I said it. He'd be above LeBron James. He's right there looking at the top 10. Like, can I get in? I'm knocking on the door. Can I get in? Some of you may consider Steph Curry a top 10 player. Right? It's not that far out of reach to say Steph Curry's a top 10 player. Right? But in order for Steph Curry to be a top 10 player, he got to bump somebody off. Who's coming off? Who is coming off? Hakeem Olajuwon used to be a top 10 player, but he got bumped off by a lot of people. He already got bumped off, right? He said LeBron wanted Clay. LeBron wanted everybody so bad. He'd be all right. They got more than enough to win. They don't need no extra help. But how is the Olympics going right now? Because I can't really get the games up until July 26th. Because I know they're doing exhibition games. I know that. We beat Canada and Dylan Brooks walking by Anthony Edwards acting like he wasn't trolling. That was funny. That was funny. But America, man, this is historic. We never seen, I don't want to put bad light on this, but we never seen an actual assassination attempt on somebody in modern history. Because JFK is not part of a lot of people's history, right? Part of American history, but a lot of us wasn't even born when JFK was assassinated, right? A lot of us wasn't born when Malcolm X got hit. All right, so this is like in your face, boom, right? This is huge. It's a big moment in history, just like 9/11. You know, most of you don't know the impact of what happened when Malcolm X was executed, or what happened when Martin Luther King Jr. left this earth, right? All these guys, they got stuff done to them before a lot of people were born. You have to ask your parents. You have to ask your grandfathers, your grandmothers, what it was like when things like that happened, right? But salute to Donald Trump for surviving. I don't want to see nobody get killed like that. I don't want to see somebody get unalive at all. Unless you did something real bad to me. But I don't have that much hatred in my heart to see somebody pass. That's just fucking crazy. Right? And here's the funny part. A lot of you LeBron supporters are mad because we talked about Bronny James. He's in the NBA. He's open to scrutiny. That doesn't mean, oh, how you dare talk about a man's son like that? We talking about his fucking game. What the hell are you guys in your feelings about? You act like you LeBron James' wife and you slept with the guy. You guys married to LeBron? Tell me something I don't know. Is there something I should be knowing? You got LeBron James underwear on that he can't get criticized? Or his son can't get criticized? Nobody said his son was this or that. We talking about his game on the basketball court. Everything I mention about anybody is their game on a basketball court. Your profession, your job. I don't care what Bronny James do off basketball. You would never see me criticize somebody, what they do outside of sports. I only talk about your sport career. If I think Bronny James is a scrub, I think Bronny James is a scrub. That don't mean I'm a hater. That don't mean I'm getting personal. If I see you break a couple of shots and I say, oh, this guy's a scrub, that's my personal opinion. You may look at me and play basketball and say, hey, oh, he's a scrub. Basketball or doing anything is in the eye of the beholder. The market dictates whether you're good or not. Okay? I can't make you think that I'm good at playing basketball. I can't make you think that I'm good at this. I can't make you think that I'm good at that. All I can do is go out there, perform to the best of my abilities, and whatever happens, happens after that. Right? I can't change that. What you want me to do about it? Stop worrying about what other people think and just do you. All right? You're always going to have idiots that think they fucking Albert Einstein and they know everything in the world. You know, trying to be politically correct, say things a certain way. Kiss my black ass. Like Cameron said, eat a dick with AIDS on the tip. Right? I don't give a fuck. Rather somebody thinks I'm intelligent or not. Rather somebody thinks I'm smart or not. I don't live for the next man's approval. I don't wake up every morning. Gotta prove myself I'm a man. Gotta be super masculine. That's fake. If you are a certain way, the dominoes are going to fall wherever way they fucking fall. That's just the way it is. You have nothing to prove to anybody, right? You have everything to prove to yourself, nothing to prove to nobody. That's in any profession. So Bronny James, ignore everything and just go out there and play basketball, and you let us do the judging on your game. The market would dictate whether we like you or not. If I make an album, I can say it's the greatest rap album of all time, but it's up to you to buy it. I can't force you to buy it. I can't take money out your wallet. If you believe that I'm good of an artist and my content is worth purchasing, then by far purchase it. Simple. I get some people telling me, hey, well, you only got such and such subscribers. Motherfucker, you got 0 subscribers. Why won't you worry about that and stop worrying about me? Right? Think about it. Just think about it. You got people telling other people they don't know shit about what, but you come into that person's arena and try to tell them what's what. And all the thing you saying is just a bunch of fucking opinions. There ain't no factual shit to saying that you think this guy is better than that guy. It's a fucking subjective opinion. Now, there is subjective facts. What is a subjective fact? is basically saying Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. It's a subjective fact. If the market says Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time, 9 out of 10 people, 98% of the world, I'm just doing a ballpark figure out there. If 98% of the people say Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time, then it's a subjective opinion, but it's also a fact that most people agree that Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. If I ask you who's the greatest NFL player of all time, most of you will say Tom Brady. I barely hear anybody say somebody's the GOAT outside of Tom Brady. I don't like Tom Brady, but you know what? He's the greatest of all time. That's what the people feel. We dictate who's the GOAT and who's not. And you would never, ever, 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 ever force somebody to say otherwise. See, that's the problem with LeBron James. Instead of trying to convince people and just going out there playing basketball, you too worry about what the people think. Your main goal should just be going out there and winning. You should be focused on winning championship number 5, not focus on winning the narrative, not focus on trying to brainwash people to making them think and say that you're the GOAT. If people don't believe you the GOAT by year 21, LeBron, you're not going to be called the GOAT. The only way you could win people over is by going out there and win. You got 4 championships. You're far behind the ball. You got individual accomplishments, but you don't got enough championships to match those individual accomplishments. My pockets feel kind of light. When it comes to LeBron James' legacy, the pockets feel kind of light. I feel like I'm missing some money out of my wallet. That's what it feels like. Right? That's what it comes down to. So let that be known to all of you. I don't mind if you got Kareem as the greatest basketball player. That's a low percentage. I don't mind if you got LeBron as the greatest basketball player. That's a low percentage, and it ain't going to change. The only GOAT status going to change if somebody else come along and knock Michael Jordan off. That's the only way. Nobody breathing, walking this earth is going to convince the general public that Michael Jordan is not the GOAT. A majority of people are always going to think Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time, whether you like it or not. And that little small cult division of LeBron fans will never, ever move the goalposts, because those are fake LeBron fans. The minute LeBron retires, you're going to jump on the next man's DICK and try to make him the GOAT. That's the problem. Let that be known. So, I want to talk about offense and defense. I made a list for both of those. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not going to be making top 10 lists of everything. I'm not going to be making top 10 role players, top 10 bench warmers, top 10 coaches. No, sorry. I'm not going that far, right? It's not a list of everything in basketball. I covered 2 of the most important aspects to it. Offense and defense, defense to offense, and offense to defense, whatever way you want to put it. But I made this list. And I understand a lot of people are going to have different opinions on it. And I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. But what I don't like is people trying to tell you, oh, he shouldn't be on this. He shouldn't be that. All of my lists are validated lists based off your individual dominance and you're winning. If you're lacking both of those, or only one of those you have on your list, I'm not pitting you on there. You better be a winner, and you better have individual dominance. Period. Right? Period. Okay, Serbia is the only team that could beat Team USA. Ooh, we got to check that out, Z, and find out. But when you got all these people that want to separate categories, like, well, the greatest defensive players of all time should only be guys that play the 5 position. Since when? So you mean to tell me when you do your top 10 video games of all time, you say, okay, NBA 2K is a sport game. I can't put this on my list for favorite games of all time because it's a sport game. That's the most dumbest shit in the world. Basketball is a 5-position sport. When you name your top 10 greatest players, they all play different positions, right? How that look? You just sit there and be like, I should separate all of this. Those guys are great defensive players, RZ. They just didn't make the needle. John Stockton, John Stockton, not that. He's a sneaky defender, but he's not a great defender. Gary Payton's a better defender than John Stockton. John Stockton is a good playmaker. But John Stockton didn't win nothing. So, Gary Payton's a good defender too. Tony Allen's okay. But I'm talking about elite or the greatest. And those have to be held to certain standards. Your defense better have an impact on your team winning an NBA championship if that's the best quality that you're bringing to the table. It's just like being in a relationship. You ask somebody what the fuck you bring to the table, right? Well, if the person brings something to the table and it ain't that valued, then why the fuck will I put it on the top 10 or make it great? You use the word great way too often. That's a problem with people. The top 10 greatest defensive players should be all bigs. Why? Because they just block some shots? I guess stealing is not part of defense. I guess blocking a contestant jump shot is not part of defense. Taking somebody cookies, getting into somebody's mug, making them miss jump shots. That's not defense. There's all different aspects of defense. That's why on my list, I named top offensive players, because offense is the hardware. It's like a video game system. The term offense is the PlayStation 5. Scoring is the video game. That's the software. Now, you could play a role-playing game, a shooter, a sports game, a fighting game. That's just like offense. There's low post scoring, attacking the basket scoring, mid-range scoring, three-point scoring. Right? There's all different forms of scoring. And that's the fucking software. So what I did was tuck the best scorers out of each category. Don't get mad because some of these people are LeBron slurpers and they want LeBron in every list. LeBron's best asset is not even scoring. It's always been, you know what it was, playmaking and passing. Yes, there's many forms of scoring. You know? Yes, I got Kobe over LeBron too, but in fairness, they both got one over each other. LeBron has the individual dominance and stats. Kobe got the winning. It just comes down to which one you value more. But I learned over time, stats could be stat padded. And if you just play for stats, and that's one of your prime goals, I can't name you better than somebody if your main purpose ain't to win. I'm sorry. It's the same thing with Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony was more concerned with scoring 30 points a night than winning basketball games. He'll stay into a game till he gets that 30 points. No, he's not. Because unless you know more about basketball than LeBron, LeBron would tell you that he don't even consider himself a scorer. LeBron said he considered himself an all-time player. I mean, all-around player. I don't care what he says now. He's trying to move the narrative now because he's not going to be considered the GOAT. He spent 85% of his career being a non-scorer. If that was the case, he would have had more than one scoring record. Title. He would have had multiple times he led the league in scoring. There's times that LeBron just phased out, didn't even want to score. LeBron will always tell you, I'm going to pass the ball and make the best play. You know, I'm talking about my offensive list right now. Right? Karl Malone is not a per scorer. He's only on the list for all-time scoring because of longevity. There's a difference between longevity and being a per scorer, right? Kareem is not per se a per scorer. Wilt Chamberlain is more of a per scorer than Kareem. Kareem had Magic Johnson to help get his shot off. But yet he's, second on an all-time scoring list? That's why he's not on my all-time scoring list, because he's not a natural scorer. Like your boy James Harden. He's a natural scorer. It comes easy to him. He mastered the art to get you in foul trouble. He's a natural scorer. Peak prime James Harden is a natural scorer. He's always, if you think of a guy and the first thought come to your mind is scoring, he's a natural scorer. Simple. LeBron is not that. You think of triple doubles when you think of LeBron James. He's good at many things, but he's the master of nothing. That's my problem with LeBron. He could do a lot of things, but he's never great at none of them. You know, and I'm just telling the truth. He's not the best playmaker of all time. That's Magic Johnson. He's not the best rebounder of all time. He's not the best scorer of all time because he don't have a natural scoring skill set. He don't have low post moves. He's a bad free throw shooter. He don't have no go-to moves. That's not a natural scorer. Every natural scorer has go-to moves. Jordan, fadeaway jump shot. Even Dirk Nowitzki had a patent offensive move. James Harden had a patent offensive move. Step back. LeBron's inconsistent from three. He's not a natural scorer. He scored basically off athletic ability and playing bully ball and pushing people out the way. That's not a natural scorer. That's like Giannis Antetokounmpo. These guys aren't natural scorers. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a sec. So, yeah. Kyrie is a natural scorer. He's just a sidekick scorer, though. He's a second-tier scorer, but he is a natural scorer. Kyrie Irving is flat out a natural scorer. From the dribbles, he's a scorer. He's a natural scorer. KD's a natural scorer. KD was born to score the basketball, right? All these guys, the Jordans, the Kobes, these guys are natural born scorers. I'm not saying they can't do other things, but when you look at them, the first thought come to mind, how many points did they score? Did they put their tongue on foot on somebody's neck? You know? These guys got you scared. Like, oh man, how many points is this guy going to drop? I have to guard this guy tonight? LeBron never struck fear into somebody offensively. He's not a natural scorer. Exactly. And let me explain something else with this. When people sit there and say, he's a point forward, there's no such a thing as a point forward. You're either a small forward or a power forward. There's no such thing. That's just an extra compliment. Just because somebody could pass the ball a couple of times, don't make them a point guard. Right? Jordan had triple doubles. You don't see me walking around saying He's a point shooting guard. Yeah. Per scorers don't get locked up the way LeBron got locked up in 2014. Per scorers don't get locked up the way LeBron got locked up on the NBA Finals in 2011. It's not a per scorer. Per scorers don't disappear consistently before he went to play with Dwayne Wade. Steph Curry definitely is an offensive player because he's the greatest three-point shooter of all time. And that's a form of offense. So I put him on a list because he perfected an element of offense, which is scoring. The three ball. Right? The man can pull up from 30. Leonard is a natural scorer. Yes, he is. He's a second-tier natural scorer, not the greatest, but he's still a natural scorer. Yes, that is definitely true. Jaylen Brown is more of a all-around player. I would say he's more on defense. I would say Jaylen Brown is a better defensive player than he is an offensive player. So that I hope that naturally explains it. I don't want to hear about somebody's stats and come on, man, stop. Stop. You never gave the ball to LeBron and say, oh my God, he's going to take the game over. Right? Only time he did those is when he had his back against the wall. You have to force LeBron James to become a scorer. That means he's not a natural scorer because you're taking him out of his comfort zone. Yes, Ron Artest is a defensive player. He's a defensive-minded player. And it's all mental. To have the Mamba mentality, part of it is to score. Part of Mamba mentality is to score. Yeah, Kobe ain't passing the ball. But we don't overhype Kobe and sit there and call him that. We think of Kobe, we think of Mamba mentality, we think of a scorer. Because that's his best asset to the game of basketball. LeBron's best asset to the game of basketball is not scoring. Just because he's a ball-dominant basketball player does not mean he's a score-first player. Jason Kidd is a ball-dominant basketball player. Is he a natural scorer? No. Chris Paul is a ball-dominant basketball player. Is he a natural scorer? You guys need to, what are you doing? Bingo, Zingo. That's what I'm talking about with LeBron. A man of many trades, but the master of nothing. You can't pinpoint nothing that he's the greatest at. Like, even with Floyd Mayweather, if you don't think he's the greatest boxer of all time, you could always say, I think he's the greatest defensive fighter of all time. Right? He has one category that he will always be considered the best at. Manny Pacquiao is the same way. You think of Manny Pacquiao, you think of offense. You think of punches in the flurry, right? A guy that does a lot of punches, a brawler. He could be on that list for one of the greatest offensive boxers of all time, right? Not all boxers are offense. Some are defensive minded. Perel Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather, Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson getting on my nerves, though. He boring as fuck. If you know you're boring, just shut your mouth up and just continue to box. You had damn near people sitting there and falling asleep. Yes, Muhammad Ali was both, but Muhammad Ali was a defensive fighter first. He knocked people out because they got tired from his defense. And that's when his offense came in. But Muhammad Ali at his best is a defensive fighter. If you had to pick the two, he's better at defense than he is at offense. But he's good at both. That's why he's one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest for me, because he could perfect both categories. Not too many boxers could do that. Mike Tyson can't be Mike Tyson's not a defensive fighter. Mike Tyson don't got defense if you pay him money for it. But Mike Tyson is all offense If he can't knock you out in 3 rounds or 5 rounds, he gonna get tired, and you could beat him, right? And that's no knock against LeBron. He's just not the best at anything in basketball. There's no category the best thing I could think, if I'm just going to give him credit for something, I would say the best thing that he brings to the table is passing. But when it comes to passing and playmakers, he won't be number one at that neither. Just telling the truth. Yeah, he got messed up by Holyfield. Yo, Terrence Crawford versus Israel is going to be a dangerous fight for Terrence Crawford. That guy is a natural 154. Check that out August 3rd. Boxing fans, please check out Terrence Crawford versus Israel. It's going to be a good fight. Boxing is back. It never left nowhere. That's going to be a brutal fight for Terrence Crawford. He even said, my name ain't Earl Spence Jr. The guy's heavy. He's a hard hitter. And he's fighting Terrence Crawford going to 154. His first 154 fight. Trying to take the super WBA title away from this guy. Terrence Crawford is going to be at an uncomfortable weight. He's going to move a little bit slower. And he's going to have to outbox a guy that's naturally 154. Good luck. Good luck. Oh, I don't do UFC, bro. I just do strictly boxing. I'm all boxing. But 154 is like super welterweight. There's a lot of divisions in boxing. Heavyweight boxing, I believe Tyson Fury is still a champ, if I'm not mistaken. You know, but it's going to be a good one. Y'all need to check that fight out. You need to check that fight out. You know, and I like to talk about, end this off with defensive basketball players. Rudy Gobert, just because he's winning these Defensive Player of the Year awards, the NBA seems to be giving it to him for free. It really supposed to be Victor Wembanyama, but they gave it to Rudy because he was on a team that was winning. But if your defense doesn't help your team win the big prize, which is a championship, get out of my face with that. Rudy Gobert is not even better than Draymond Green. Draymond Green helped his team win 4 championships by being a defensive anchor on the defensive end. What the fuck has Rudy Gobert won being a defensive anchor for his basketball team? Jack shit. He's a great defensive player, but he get cooked every fucking postseason. Fuck out of here, man. Anthony Edwards is a better defender than fucking Rudy Gobert. Stop overrating that dude. He don't do nothing to help his team win. He don't contribute nothing to helping his team win anything. Dwight Howard's a better defensive player than fucking Rudy Gobert. In his prime, he led his team to the NBA Finals by being a defensive anchor. Fuck is y'all talking about? Don't give me no damn role play like fucking Rudy Gobert and mention his name in greatness. The word Rudy Gobert and greatness should never be mentioned in the same fucking sentence. He didn't win nothing. Fuck out of here. I don't know how the fuck he got them damn Defensive Player of the Year awards. Shouldn't got the one for this year. They only gave it to him because they got nobody else to give it to, I guess. Keep giving that man free Defensive Player of the Year awards. Reddit just made a joke out of the damn award anyway. Give this man Defensive Player of the Year award, then he get cooked every 2 fucking minutes. Who the fuck has Rudy Gobert stopped? Name me one basketball player of significance that Rudy Gobert has stopped. I seen Draymond Green give the Joker a hard time in the playoffs. I seen Draymond Green go out there and put clamps and get underneath the skin of LeBron James. Ain't he the same guy that you said if he played in 2016 finals, he didn't get suspended? He probably would have been finals MVP with that defense that he's bringing to the Golden State Warriors. Yes, that is true. But Draymond Green did outplay him. There was 1 year Draymond Green outplayed him. It is what it is. And gave him fits. An undersized guy in Draymond Green giving the Joker problems. Rudy Gobert got destroyed by the fucking Joker. He didn't stop the Joker. He said the Joker destroyed everything. Well, some of those guys destroyed him in fairness. AD destroyed the Joker in 2020. But since then, it's been, the past few seasons, AD's having a hard time containing the Joker. Draymond Green knocked the Nuggets out the playoffs. And primarily is because of his defense that he did on the Joker. Y'all forgot about that. Victor Wembanyama, he's a baby. But yeah, the Joker cooked him. And of course, he cooked Gobert. I know. Yeah, I get it. Okay? Nigga, I get it. Okay? AD don't want to be a 5. He don't want to be a center. He can't handle the Joker as of right now. But that year in 2020 was the last year that he outplayed the Joker. Outside of that, it's been all the Joker. The Joker has been outplaying Anthony Davis since he hit his prime. All facts. All facts. And all these people like, if you don't think Rudy Gobert is the greatest, well, you don't know basketball. What you sipping in the house with your fucking legs like this, sipping tea like you're from London or something, like you know everything about basketball, like you're a fucking Harvard student. Fuck out of here. We know what we see. If I see somebody get punched in the face, they got punched in the face. All these fucking fake basketball geniuses on YouTube, they sound fucking retarded. You know, oh, well, technically, the NBA was made on 1964. Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Nobody want to hear that nonsense. These fake clowns. You got too many of these jokers on fucking YouTube thinking they basketball experts. You never did nothing pro basketball. You never played a damn game, probably. You just some jerk off and probably in the basement of your mother's house. I'm talking to just random people, right? But I always come across these fake basketball sport geniuses. Come to find out they don't know, they don't have shit. What they tell you, it's 100 Perkins on YouTube. Yeah, everybody think they invented the game of basketball. See, that's what you don't get with my channel. I respect all your opinions. I would never come on here and act like I'm some fucking basketball scholar. I didn't invent the game of basketball, right? So I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm smarter than everybody. I got a degree in basketball. If you're so fucking smart in basketball, why the fuck you on YouTube then? Shouldn't you be putting this intelligence to use? Won't you go and coach an NBA team? Won't you go coach an NBA basketball player, all-time great? Oh, I forget. You can't do it because you ain't fucking smart enough. Apparently, the world don't think the same way like you do. Looks like your shit do stink. Exactly, Z. All these fucking idiots, man. These guys are fucking jerks. All these egotistic guys on YouTube that think they know about basketball just because they could debate people. No, motherfucker, you good at debating people. You ain't good at knowing about basketball. Yeah. You know. And I don't want nobody on YouTube to think that I'm calling them out. I'm not. I just run across a lot of regular, everyday YouTubers or people that swear they know everything. Well, I mean, I judge hip hop albums. I know that Eminem album is going to be trash for me. I'm sorry. I don't get down with that trash music. I don't listen to that. Hey, buddy, get off my lawn. I'm a 12-year-old kid. Biggity big. I don't listen to that trash, man. This is trash hip hop. I'm sorry. I'm not going to waste my time listening to that. I'm a grown ass man. Fuck, I look like listening to some Eminem songs. I mean, the shit is trash. You ain't talking about nothing that I could relate to. You ain't talking about nothing that make no damn sense. What next? You gonna make fun of pop stars again? So I don't want to hear about that crap. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. If I don't know about something, I'm gonna flat out tell you I don't know about it. I will have my man G Money come up in here because he's like one of these guys that's he's very book smart, right? So when he talks sports, he does his research, right? Before he makes a talking point. I respect that, right? But some people could get their point across a little more differently. Like I'm more in your face with my point, right? I'm not going to sit here and talk to you about basketball from the 60s all day or the 50s or the 70s. Most of my basketball content is from the 80s and up. That's it. If you think I disrespect a player from the 50s and 60s, oh, well, it is what it is. Oh, well, I got PS5. I'm playing Final Fantasy 16. I'm about to close that out and win. I'm almost towards the end. I got to fight the boss, but I want to build myself up and like get some more points. On the Xbox, I'm playing the Hogwarts Legacy game, which is boring as fuck, but I just want to change it. I want to complete it. It's not my cup of tea, really. You know, I wouldn't call myself a true gamer. I'm just a guy that game occasionally. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like using those things like he's a real gamer. I mean, what's the difference between me gaming and a guy that games every day? Neither one of us make the damn game, right? Just because you play video games every day don't mean, you know, you're a video game expert. That just means you have a lot of time on your hands. It don't mean you're a video game expert. You know, if I didn't make the game, he didn't make the game. We're both in the same category of fans that just play for the game, right? So who am I to sit there and say who's a gamer, who's not? I don't have the authority to do that. You know, I didn't make the fucking PlayStation 5. I can't tell you what, you know, what's in that thing. You know, Nintendo's good, like for younger audience. For me, I kind of growed out of Nintendo because Nintendo was like something that I growed up, you know, with as a kid. You know, but I can't rock with it now. But salute to you if you still like it. They still got some classics. Yeah. So you saying a guy that plays a video game 5 days straight will be better than a skilled guy who's only played it for an hour and has no time? Um, well, yeah, I say yes and no at the same time. It all depends on how good the person is. Some people have a more faster way of learning things. Some people can learn like within an hour and master something. And some people need to play a game for multiple hours, multiple days to get it, you know? Iron Man or the Hulk? I'm going with the Hulk, but I like what Iron Man stands for, man. He got money. He lives in LA. You know, who wouldn't want to be Iron Man? I don't want to be some big green guy ripping my clothes every damn minute. I'd rather be the billionaire guy that owns everything. But yeah. Oh, the Trump situation, man. That's crazy. You know, it's fun. I'm going with Batman, but I like the Joker too. I mean, I love Batman's whole universe. Um, I covered this early on in a stream, but I guess I could retouch on it. The Trump situation. Um, he needs to have better security. He needs to have better security. For a guy to still be at that rally, if they seen the shooter go up the stairs, it's crazy. But they killed the guy on sight. From what I heard, he got killed on sight. I'm glad for America's purpose that he's not a minority. Because if this was a black guy that did that or attempted to do that, the country would be outraged. We have a race war on our hands because most of Trump supporters, the stereotype, the stigma around it is that they're racist, right? I don't know if it's true or not, but every time I hear about somebody say, oh, he's a Trump supporter, they always follow the next word with it and say, oh, he's a racist, right? They always say, if you support Trump, you're a racist. I don't know if that's true or not, but I know there's a stigma and reputation behind that. And there are some crazy Trump supporters that would have attacked black people for no reason if the shooter was a black guy. We would have had another 9/11 on our hands with Middle Eastern people who was getting mistreated. You remember 9/11 and all the Middle Eastern people that was getting their ass beat? Taxi cab drivers. Thank you. Come on. Getting their ass beat. You know? Yeah. The world is so fucked up, Z. Yeah, you can't be patriotic if you're black. You can only be patriotic if you're white, which is really crazy. I mean, what world we live in, man? You know. And when we use that big R word, racist, it's never applied to a black person, because the stigma around it is a black person can never be racist, but a white person can always be racist. So you see how the double standards work? I mean, you could use them towards your advantage because the world is kind of crazy, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, if I tell you somebody's racist, you automatically, the average person automatically is going to think that it's a white person. You know, Biden was he was behind the hit. He's like, damn, I paid that guy money for no reason. You don't even know how to shoot right. Nah, I'm sorry. I'm not making no jokes out of that. I don't wish death upon nobody. I do not want to see Donald Trump leave this earth. All right. I hope he has a nice life. I hope he lives a very peaceful life. All right. Even if I disagree with some of his politics, some I agree with, some I don't. I don't want to see that to nobody, you know. So I was just joking. I have no personal hatred against Donald Trump. I think you're stupid if you waste your time hating on Donald Trump and he hasn't did nothing personally to you. Shouldn't you be caring about your own family, putting food on a table, right? Paying the bills? But whatever. What do I know? I'm just the guy that believes in supporting his family. So whatever. Yeah, Trump is a G. Yeah, Sleepy Joe. But yo, that's guys, that's a historic event. A lot of us wasn't around to see the Martin Luther King Jr., the Kennedy assassination. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't around for that. This is in real time, in this generation, something that you're going to always remember. Right? The only good part about it is it didn't went do with it, right? But we did lose. I think 2 people lost their life. Somebody did lost their life in that day. I think one of the bullets hit somebody. I think a guy lost his life. So rest in power to that guy. R.I.P. man. I mean, it's somebody lost a son, somebody lost a father, somebody lost a lot of things on that day. And my condolences go out to that family. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. Yeah, Trump definitely gonna win now, man. He put his fist up. He got America by his side. Donald Trump definitely gonna win. Donald Trump will be our president again. But you better have some fucking better security. You better have some security. Right? Security was lacking. They should have protected Trump better. And Donald Trump, you got to move better than that. You moving like a rap artist with no security guard in the hood. You got to move better, Trump. These niggas trying to get you, son. They're trying to make Donald Trump a martyr out here on these streets. Shout out to Trump, though, man. Shout out to Donald Trump. Yeah, I said it. Shout out to Donald Trump. There ain't no hater here, man. I always give props to a guy that got a pair of cojones, that got a pair of balls, that's willing to say whatever the fuck is on his mind. And Donald Trump from Queens. So I know he's going to be tough. I'm not one of these black guys that you could put in a box and force me to be a Democrat. Not all black people have to be Democrats. Not saying I'm a Republican either. I'm not neither one of those things. I'm just a man. I don't label myself none of that. I'm not a Republican because I could disagree with them too. And I'm not a Democrat. I disagree with everybody, no matter what side you on, right? And I agree with some people, no matter what side you on. We're independent people. We have our own minds and our own beliefs. We don't need to be fucking brainwashed by the media and let them tell us what's what. Or no fake scholars out here pretending to be geniuses. Some of these people, where these sports geniuses get their degree from? Huh? Asshole 101? You got an asshole degree? Asinine degree from Harvard? Where's your credentials? Where's your college degree to be a sports genius? Ain't no such a thing as a sports genius. Like Sir Charles say, only God is a genius. Right? No human being walking this earth is a genius. Yeah, their mom told them that, hey, you're special. You're a genius. You got a mom's degree. But I mean, you come across them all the time. I come across these fake geniuses that try to use big words. Where you got those words from, huh? You read it in the dictionary? Some people use big words that you don't even know the meaning of. It's okay to not know the meaning of a certain word. Don't use it, because when somebody start to question you, you're going to look stupid. You ever seen the Family Guy with that dog? that pretends to be a genius. He pretends to read a lot of books, and when he approaches somebody that's really smart, he looks stupid. Brian from the Family Guy. He pretends to be real smart, right? But comes to find out that he was never smart all along. That's what some of these people are. These fucking guys are idiots. Don't let nobody on YouTube or anywhere else tell you your belief in something is stupid and you don't know about sports. It's a bunch of bullshit. All right? You got free will to say whatever the fuck you want on my channel. I don't care. But I'm not going to call you an idiot for thinking somebody's better than the next guy. If that's your opinion, that's your opinion. It's all subjective anyway. Well, I mean, hey, power to him. I mean, if he wants to believe Jordan's not a top 10, top 100 player, that's on you, right? I think that's ludicrous, but it is what it is, right? You're allowed to hate Michael Jordan if you want. So, yeah, I was going to waste my time with it, you know. But it is what it is. See, you wouldn't feel the need to even say that if people didn't feel Michael Jordan wasn't the GOAT, right? You know most people think he's the GOAT. So you need to get something for shock value. So you say something stupid like that, you know. But hey, man, that's your belief. That's your belief. It is what it is, you know. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with somebody about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan don't pay my bills. I'm not personal friends with Michael Jordan. All right. I just taught the game of basketball, and I tell you why I think he's the greatest. Will he be surpassed? Yes, everybody could be surpassed. Okay. He's just trying to get attention. You know. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, whatever you think is your top 10, Zach, stand on it and just actually believe in it. That's all I ask. You know, you don't have to, nobody's going to convince you otherwise. Just speak what you want, speak what you feel, brother. That's it. You know, God, I got way too much time on my hands to be busy to be worrying about if somebody thinks this player is better than that player. It's just dumb. Okay. Well, if he wins one more, he'd be the only guy this generation to get 5. LeBron and Steph Curry fighting for championship number 5. They desperately need that because all the other greats got 5 or more. You know, you got to sit at the table with everybody else that got 5 or more. Magic got 5. Tim Duncan got 5. Kobe got 5. Jordan got 6. Kareem got 6. You guys better get some more championships. You got to be in there. They won't get. Well, the more LeBron keeps losing on the title contender, it's going to keep hurting his legacy. You got to win the championship, bro. You can't be favorites to win the championship every year then lose. I'm sorry. Because y'all keep telling me that LeBron, they could beat any team. The only team that gives them problems is the Nuggets. That means they're a title contender. If the only team that they can't beat is the Nuggets, that's their problem. If only one team is standing in your way, that still don't change the fact that you're title contenders. Yeah, Bronny's going to be, I think he's going to be in the G League. This is my personal opinion. I think he'll be in the G League. But we'll see and find out. But nevertheless, drink the coffee and make you feel better. And to all you fake scholars out there that think you know everything about sports, put that coffee down. Prince Sports is out, y'all. Drink that coffee. I see y'all on Tuesday. I don't drop videos on Monday. Monday is my day off. I do not release content on Monday. You see a pattern, right? I need a break for me to catch my steam. I always take Monday off. They just need to shut them. Yeah, that's funny as fuck. Yeah, I see you guys, man. Y'all have a good one. That's funny as fuck. Yeah, we out. Peace. Drink that coffee.